Never blindly listen to a random guy on YouTube. Now look, I talk about me being a random guy on YouTube all the time because I'm not here to give you financial advice or talk about what I do, but I want you to take this from a broader perspective and understand that there's a lot of people on the internet. There's a lot of people with opinions on the internet. There's a lot of people with different thoughts on the internet. And every single person has a different opinion, they have a different thought, they have a different risk tolerance, and they have a different goal than you. One of the reasons why I don't give stock picks is because what's right for me is probably not right for you. My goal is probably not your goal. My risk tolerance is probably not your risk tolerance. And so now when you go on the internet, everybody's telling you in the financial space, buy this, sell this, do this, don't do this. And I try to make it a priority and important thing for me that I never try to tell people, go out and invest in real estate, or you have to invest in stocks, or you have to invest in index funds, because for some of you, you might only invest in real estate and build your wealth through real estate without touching the stock market. Some of you are going to build wealth through the stock market without ever touching real estate. Some of you are only going to want to invest in index funds. Some of you are only going to invest in mutual funds. Some of you are going to do everything. And some of you are going to go out and build a business and never invest your money into any other asset. So there's a lot of ways to go about doing this. And you got to be careful now because everybody on the internet has an opinion and they talk about their own opinions. But you got to be careful not to let somebody else's opinion become your fact. And this is where being able to dissect opinion and fact is so important, but also then on top of that, because I think there's a lot of good education on the internet. In addition to that, you also have some not so good education of people trying to sell you a system or this idea or this dream. You pay me $997 and I'm going to show you how I can get rich in 6 months with my 6-step system. And I'm not saying online education is bad. I think there's a lot of really good online education. I have spent tons of dollars on online education, but there is also the small sect of people that are just trying to sell you a dream, which is not going to make you any money, but it's going to make somebody else rich. And this is where I want you to take things with a grain of salt, but be able to analyze and apply things to your own life. In business, one of the things that we like to talk about in our own company, Briefs Media, is there's a lot of different opinions on how to do things. Like if we're trying to improve our search engine optimization, people will say, these are the 5 steps to get your website onto the first page of Google. You do these 3 things, these 5 things, and you're going to be able to get on the first page of Google. But if everybody is now learning how to do this, everybody's going to be doing this, and now it's the mass market. And this is where one of the things that we talk about is, okay, learn from other people, but how do we apply it to ourselves? And the way you apply it is by innovating, not copying, but innovating. And that's what you should be kind of doing, is you learn from people and information, whether it's on the internet, whether it's on podcasts, whether it's on YouTube, whether it's through books, whether it's through classes, whether it's through coaching, and then you learn to apply things to your life. You can't just blindly carbon copy somebody else and expect it to give you the same results. It does not work like that. You got to be able to learn, and then you got to be able to apply, because that's where the real wealth is built. Now, before you go, I have a quick request. If you got value out of this video, do 2 things. Number 1, hit that thumbs up button below and make sure to subscribe to this YouTube channel. That way we can get notified when I release new videos. If you enjoyed this clip and you want to continue your financial education journey, I have another video that I think you'll love. All you got to do is click that button right over there. And for those of you who want to stay up to date on the top finance and business news, you can join Market Briefs, my free financial newsletter, by clicking that button below. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.